Alright, so what is good, YouTube? It's your boy LegendaryEA, and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 underrated rookies from the 2018 NBA drafts and heading into the 2018-2019 NBA season. So this is going to be a very quick video. I normally do a lot of these opinionated videos and stuff like that, and I do plan on making a video soon talking about hot takes for this coming season. So leave y'all's hottest take in the comment section below, because I also had people do it in my last video. I saw some crazy takes, so I do plan on dropping that video probably this coming weekend. So let me know y'all's hottest takes and who do you guys think are some of the most underrated rookies heading into the 2018-2019 season, man. Just as a disclaimer, this is my personal opinion. This is not throwing slight at any of these players. These are just some of the players that I feel like people are kind of hating on them, or it's just players that no one's really talking about. So anyways, make sure you go ahead and like it up, hit that comment button, and of course subscribe and join the family. We're gonna be back on the daily grind starting today, and whenever 2K19 drops, a lot of heat coming on the channel, y'all. But yo, share the video, do all that stuff, show that love and show the support, and let's get straight into it. Alright guys, so obviously every single year we have a couple of players who end up breaking out. Now I did make a video similar to this before the draft, and I don't think any of these players really repeat, but obviously last season we had a lot of players coming in who no one really thought of. Example, Kyle Kuzma, even Lauri. I mean, Lauri Markkanen, no one expected him to actually be that great, and of course Donovan Mitchell, players who just come out of nowhere and just dominate. And these are some of the players that I think, if not this season, they are going to have a very good career, or are going to be so much better than where they were actually drafted. So first off, obviously players like Colin Sexton, Kevin Knox, and Jaren Jackson, to me, those players are in no way underrated. I mean, people have been riding this Kevin Knox hype train so much that I might have to make a video talking about this hype later on. Jaren Jackson was great in the summer league. He's not underrated, and obviously Colin Sexton, who I think is going to be great this season, he's not underrated at all. But anyways guys, we're going to be doing my top 5. So you know what, enough of me talking about this random things, let's get into it. Pretty much how I'm going to do it is give you guys the player name, reasons why I think that they're actually underrated, and I guess for some of them give a little bit of a backstory of why I think that they're going to be great this season. But yeah, let's hop into it. At number 5, we have
Moritz Wagner from Berlin and the University of Michigan.
And to be honest, this also applies with Civi. I can't even say that man's last name, but it's basically both of the Lakers' late round picks. The shooting guard from Kansas. He's obviously a sharpshooter. I can't say his last name, and Mo Wagner as well. I think these two guys are going to be amazing, especially since they are playing with LeBron. Obviously, Mo is a big man. He can obviously stretch the floor, and LeBron loves having big men who can actually shoot. I think that both these guys are going to play the roles very well. Now, the one thing is that the Lakers pretty much have their lineup, and these guys probably won't be getting a lot of minutes, but I do think that they are going to be playing so much higher than where they were actually drafted, and I think that they deserve to actually be on this list because they were both really good in the summer league, and I think that they're going to help the Lakers out in so many ways, especially helping out players like LeBron and Lonzo, because Lonzo, he's obviously a facilitator, and having these players on the perimeter shooting, that's just going to help him a lot and just make his job a whole lot easier. So basically, at number 5, we have both those players. I mean, I couldn't really rank one that much higher than the other, so why not have them both on this list? Alright, but yo, let's head on to number 4 though. At number 4, we have Deanthony Melton. Now obviously the Rockets got him with a 2nd round pick, and I believe that there were some trade rumors about him being in a trade where we salary dump Brian Anderson. I gotta say, we better hold on to that Anderson contract and not trade him, because I think that Melton is going to be great. He obviously went to USC. I believe he took last season off over some NCAA violation thing. And Melton, I think that he has the potential to be a very good starter. Obviously, I'm not talking about all-star level player, but I think that he's going to be one of the many steals of this draft. Like, I really like this year's draft class a lot more than I like last year's draft class as far as the entire class goes. I feel like last year's draft class was pretty much top heavy. I mean, there's only like 6 players that we are still talking about from last year's draft class. I think that this year's draft class has a lot of potential, and Melton is definitely one of them. Obviously, he's been logging in minutes behind Chris Paul and James Harden, and I think that with those 2 guys obviously starting over him, I believe that he's gonna learn so many new things, and he's already such a great player. I think he's definitely one of the most underrated players in this draft class. And also, sidebar, while I am making this video, somebody that I actually left off was Trayvon Duval. He went undrafted. Don't know how that happened, but he should have definitely been on this list, probably higher than both those Lakers rookies. But yo, Trayvon Duval, he also played for the Rockets as well. So I guess this is another 2 players at spot number 4. But yeah, Deanthony Melton and Trayvon Duval, both steals, and I think that both of them are going to have a pretty good career. All right, so heading on to number 3, no more 2 players at every single spot. I really messed this list up, but at number 3, I got somebody who was drafted in the top 5. It's somebody that every single person on social media has been hating on, and that is Trae Young. Yes, I can already read all the comments. How on earth is Trae Young underrated? He was a top 5 pick. If anything, he's overrated. And I gotta say, man, ESPN and every other social media like Twitter and Instagram, they've been taking shots at Trae Young like crazy. Literally, ESPN put out a list of the highest probability to win Rookie of the Year. They had Trae Young out there with a 0% chance. Why even put him on the list? Like, that makes literally no sense. That's just straight up hidden. And I am also someone who's also been extremely critical of the way I think Trae Young is. I think that he is a boom or bust type prospect, but with all the hate that he's been getting, I want him to actually ball out, and I think that he's a lot better than people give him credit for. Yes, I know that he struggled in the summer league a lot, but I think that his playmaking was still showcased, and he's really just gonna need to develop and just take better shots. And I think that this season, I can see him probably putting up around 16 to 17 points a game this year. Obviously, he's on the Atlanta Hawks. He's been getting a bunch of shots, but I see him averaging around 16 to 17 points, probably getting around 5 to 6 assists a game, and probably a steal. Hey man, we're gonna have to go ahead and see, but Trae Young is on this because people are hating on him so much. He's got to be considered underrated, because damn, he's definitely not overrated no longer, because people are taking mad shots. All right, so that's who I got at number 3. At number 2, we got Shai Gilgeous. Well, regardless, we got gilgeous-alexander, and the reason why he's on this list, the Clippers took a W, all right, getting Shai. I believe he was the 11th pick in the draft. As far as the other person who they took, I don't even know who he is, but yo, Shai is somebody who in the summer league, he really showed that he can score at a really good level, especially for a rookie, and I think that he's gonna be great. I mean, I like this whole Clippers rebuild thing, so where they have a young core, but they're also trying to stay relevant and trying to make it into the playoffs as well. Now, I'm not really sure how many minutes Shai's been playing this year because they have Pat Bev, but honestly, look, bro, Shai is a great scorer. Shai is a pretty good playmaker. I've never really heard that much of his defense, but he's extremely athletic as well. Now, obviously, I think that he's one of the most underrated players in the draft class, just because going into the draft, he didn't get that much hype. And honestly, I think that he has the potential to have a really good rookie year if he gets the minutes. There's a few articles saying that he's the Donovan Mitchell of this draft class. That's a pretty high thing to say about him, but I do think that not enough people are talking about him, and I can see him having a really good career. That's just my personal opinion on that. Like I said, not too much depth is going to be going on in this video. If you guys want me to go in extreme depth and break down all of their film and all of their play styles, let me know in the comments section below. But we are moving on. We have Shai at number 2. Let's head over to number 1, and I'm sure number 1 is somebody that you guys, well, most people who actually like know a lot about the draft would see coming. At number 1, we have Lonnie Walker IV. Now, in my opinion, I grade the Spurs offseason as like an A-. They traded Kawhi Leonard. They got back another all-star. Yes, I know that DeMar can't really shoot a three. He chokes, all the memes, all that is cool, but the Spurs traded somebody who didn't even play a game for them, sent me the playoffs, and they got another all-star, and then they possibly got the biggest steal of the draft. And that is Lonnie Walker IV. Lonnie is a good defender. Lonnie isn't the best pure shooter, but I think that he can score at a decent level. Honestly, I just think that he fits in perfectly with what San Antonio is trying to actually do. Now, I'm not sure about him and DeMar, both of them being shooting guards, and DeJounte Murray, all three of them. The three-point shot, it don't really fear me leaving them wide open, but I do gotta say that even Donovan Mitchell said that Lonnie Walker is probably gonna be the best rookie out of this draft class, and I can't fault him because there's honestly nothing that Lonnie Walker is bad at, and literally he's shown us that he has an insane work ethic as well. So yeah, that is my most underrated player in this year's draft class, and I think that he's gonna have a phenomenal career and also a phenomenal rookie season. Let me know y'all's picks in the comments section below. Who do you guys think are the most underrated rookies heading into this coming season? Make sure you go ahead and like up this video, and of course subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace, y'all.